Hi everybody, this is Monday's writing lesson, and this week we're going to be writing on poetry. We're going to make a sensory poem, which means we are creating a poem using our five senses. So let's get started. I'm going to show you on the plans where I'm finding the link to the example of the process of how to write a sensory poem. So if you click on that E or S for Spanish, E is just the English version, you're going to come up with this page. And on this page is the example that they are showing us about the circle map and how to come up with some ideas for a topic. And then day one, if you continue scrolling down on that, you're also going to see the bubble map. So we're going to go through those two steps for day one. This link here where it says anchor chart is just going to take you to the elements of poetry anchor chart that you see. So I'll just go through that very quickly first. And these are some of the things that we are going to find in poetry. We might not be using all of these elements today, but eventually as we continue with our poetry unit, we're going to cover quite a few of these. So first thing is the rhythm, which is the beat that the words have in the poem when you read them. It kind of sounds like music as you read. So it might be a beat that goes da-dun, 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 and those words kind of have those points to them as you say them. The rhyme is a part of poetry where words end with the same sounds like rain, train, and crane. Describing words, which is what we're using today in our poetry. These are adjectives that tell how things look, sound, feel, smell, and taste. And they help you picture what the poet has in his mind as he's writing his poem. So we're going to cover that a lot today. Repetition is words or lines that are said over and over. So you might think of like row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. And so it's that repetition of those words that you're going to see a lot of times in poems or songs. And then the visual pattern, which is just the way that the words are written. Sometimes in poems, in a poetry book, you might see a poem that's in the shape of whatever it's about. For example, it might be about a mouse and it's in the shape of a mouse and then the tail is drawn out. Or it might be in the shape of a ball or something like that. So the words are just written in that shape. So the biggest one we're going to cover this week is the describing words and using our senses to come up with those adjectives that tell how things look, smell, taste, and feel. Okay, so again, this is our step-by-step process that you'll find here under this English link here. I've also included some sensory poem blank templates for you to use for this that follow this process on this example here. So I've included on here some circle map, a bubble map, and then some blank pages to write your sensory words. So we're going to start with our circle map. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up with a big topic. A big topic. So our big topic is going to be, I'm going to do the example of food, because that's something that we all know about. We all love food. We use it every day. We eat our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so this is something we're really all able to relate to really well. So I'm going to write down some different types of food that we might like. Ice cream, pizza, popcorn, hot dogs, hamburgers, spaghetti, and that's about it for now. You guys probably can come up with so many ideas for food, but these are the ones that I'm coming up with right now. So I'm going to pick one of these ideas to write about on my poem, and that's going to take me to the second page after this on our step-by-step process to our bubble map. And our bubble map is just going to be taking one of these ideas that I came up with about the topic, and it's going to be making some words, some describing words about one of those ideas. So on my circle map, I'm going to pick popcorn because that's a pretty good one to write about it that I can use my senses to describe. So in the middle of my bubble map page, I'm going to write popcorn right here in the center. So you're going to take your idea and write about that. Now, I do have some papers in those templates that are about ice cream. So if you want to use those, you can feel free to use those. They look just like this. So as you think about the ice cream, you can use this sheet, if you can print that out, to write down your ideas. Instead of the bubble map, you can use this kind of like a ice cream bubble map that tells, you can write down words to tell about your senses about what you think ice cream feels like, looks like, smells like, tastes like, and sounds like, okay? And it's got all of the sheets you're gonna need to create the ice cream poem. I'm just kind of giving you a preview of what that might look like when you're done. But those are on those templates. If you want to use the ice cream one, that's fine. It's a little easier because it's already pre-drawn for you. If you want to use your own idea, that's okay too. You can just do that on a piece of notebook paper. But you've got those sheets here to help you. Now popcorn, I'm going to come up with some words that I can use my senses to describe it. Popcorn sounds crunchy. It might sound like popping. Tastes buttery. Looks yellow. It might taste salty. It looks like little clouds. Let's see. It might, smells like a movie theater. I'm trying to use all those senses to describe the popcorn. Okay, so I've got up some great ideas on popcorn, how it sounds, popping and crunchy, how it tastes, buttery and salty, how it looks, it's kind of yellow, looks like clouds, and how it might smell. Okay, we forgot to put feels, but you could also put that it feels kind of bumpy maybe. You get to choose on your words. We're going to take this bubble map and these ideas on Wednesday, and we're going to turn those into some sentences to use in our poem. So far today, we came up with our topic, which was food. We came up with some ideas that we could write about. I picked the idea of popcorn, but you can pick your own. And then we transferred that to our bubble map and put some ideas about that subject around in the bubbles around the big bubble. Okay, on Wednesday we're going to start making our sentences about the popcorn using these ideas and describing words. So I will see you then on Wednesday. Good luck with your poem.